What is up, everyone? My name is Jack Southall, back again with another video, and today I am here with my WWE Payback 2016 predictions. And going into this, I'm quite excited for the show. I think it could be a very, very good pay-per-view. There is a lot of things that can surprise us, that can shock us. There can be so many great matches on this show, and I'm very excited to see what WWE can do, because there are a lot of things that WWE can do that can be really exciting and awesome for the product going forward. So without further ado, let's get right into the card. So first match here is on the pre-show. It is for the United States Championship. It is Kalisto defending against Ryback again. Now, why are these two facing for the US title again? I mean, these guys have had no build, no reason to fight each other. Why is this match even taking place? I guess it's just to put Kalisto and the US title on the card, but it's on the pre-show again. This is the third time Kalisto has competed on the pre-show as a US champion. Very sad. Who do I think is going to win? I feel like Kalisto is going to retain again. I don't think WWE knows what to do with Ryback, as they usually do. But yeah, I think Kalisto is going to pick up the win in this one, because you know what? I'm not really enjoying Kalisto as US champion. He hasn't been really that exciting, but I just feel like they're going to keep the belt on him because reasons. So on to the main show now. We have the Intercontinental Championship up for grabs. It is The Miz defending against the returning Cesaro. Now, of course, Cesaro returned on the Raw after Mania and has been going after The Miz. They've pretty much exchanged movie lines to each other, and yeah. So the feud hasn't been that amazing or anything, but it's not terrible. Loving Cesaro back in the suit and all that. I think it's really awesome. And The Miz's new gimmick, now that Maurice has come back, has been really cool. I think he's really upped his game with his new heel gimmick. Who do I think is going to win? I think that Cesaro will pick it up. I know The Miz just won the title, but then again, Zack Ryder just won the title at WrestleMania, and we all know how long that reign went. Ugh, still upset by that. But Cesaro, he needs that IC title. I hope they give it to him, and I hope he holds it for a very, very long time. So yeah, Cesaro, my man, I hope you pick up the win, buddy. Next up, we have Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin. Of course, this is Baron Corbin's first WWE pay-per-view event, taking on Ziggler, who's been his main target as of late. Who I think is going to win? I think Baron Corbin's going to win easily. I don't see any reason why Ziggler should win this. I love Ziggler, don't get me wrong, but I feel like this is Baron Corbin's time. They need to make him big, they need to get him over, and I feel like Baron Corbin's going to pick up the win easily. Next, we have the finals of the #1 Contenders Tournament for the tag team titles. It is Enzo and Cass versus the Vaudevillains. Love how these two teams are up. The Vaudevillains were great in NXT. Don't really know how they're going to fare on the main roster, though, as they've just arrived. Although I know Enzo and Cass are going to flurry. I think they're going to be great on the main roster, and I feel like, I know this is an odd choice, and I know everyone's expecting Enzo and Cass to win. I feel like the Vaudevillains should win this match, because you know what, everyone loves Enzo and Cass, and they're going to win the tag titles one day. I know they've got something with the Dudley Boys going on, so maybe the Dudleys might interfere and cost them the match. And then Vaudevillains, because they're heels and New Day is face now and all that crap. So yeah, so Vaudevillains going to pick up the win and probably have a little bit of a feud with the New Day coming up around Extreme Rules and pay-per-views like that. Next up is for the WWE Women's, not Divas, thank fucking God, Championship. It is Charlotte defending against Natalya. Of course, Ric Flair is going to be in the corner of Charlotte, as usual, and Bret Hart will be in the corner of Natalya, although Bret Hart actually doesn't want to be there. Yes, silly old bastard. Who do I think will pick up the win? I feel like Charlotte will retain. I don't think Natalya will be winning that title anytime soon. I want Charlotte to drop the title to someone like Sasha or Becky or someone like. Although if Natalya wins, I won't be disappointed. Natalya works so hard for the company, puts in so much effort. But I feel like with the whole Charlotte Ric Flair thing, with Ric Flair helping out Charlotte any chance he can, I feel like Charlotte will retain the championship in this match. Next up, we have Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho. Battle of the talk shows, apparently. yeah, so the whole ordeal with them is Chris Jericho had the highlight reel, Ambrose took it over, it's now the Ambrose Asylum, and Jericho is not happy, and we'll call him a stupid idiot and all that. So yeah, I've been really enjoying Ambrose and Jericho. I think these two will put on a fucking awesome match. Love Ambrose, I've loved Jericho for years, and who do I feel should win? I think Ambrose needs to pick up the win. I understand Jericho got his big win at Mania, and I feel like it's time for him to lose to some talent, and Ambrose is the guy to lose to, you know. Ambrose, he needs to get, you know, his momentum up and running, because I feel like he can be a big time main eventer for the company, and, you know, I hope Ambrose gets the win and those two put on a fantastic match. Speaking of guys who I want to see put on a fantastic match, next up we have Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. Oh my god, this is the match we should have seen at WrestleMania, but no, because fuck you. But who cares, we're getting it now. And it's going to be absolutely insane, you know. I think these two will put on a fucking awesome match. I really hope they do. You know, the feud has pretty much written itself. They've feuded for years in Ring of Honor, you know, they've been best friends, and then they've come up with NXT, and Kevin Owens took out Sami Zayn and all that crap, and now they're back on the main roster. Sami's taken out his revenge on Kevin, and yeah, it pretty much writes itself. So, who I feel should pick up the win? This is really tricky. I believe Kevin Owens might pick up the win because, you know, I feel like they want to build him up to something bigger and better. You know, someone like Owens, we need like a top dominant heel in the company. So I feel like Kevin Owens will be a perfect fit for that. Because we don't really have a lot of big time heels in the company that aren't injured. So I feel that Kevin Owens can be the next big heel for the company, which I'm really hoping they do. As for Sami Zayn, I think he can be like the next underdog, like a Daniel Bryan kind of figure. You know, he's not little, he's not WWE's type of wrestler, but people can easily get behind him because he's very likable and just puts in a lot of effort into the ring. So, but as for this match though, Kevin Owens should pick up the win because he needs to build to something much better. Then it's time, now before we get to the main event, there's going to be a segment involving Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, and Vince is going to decide who is going to run Raw. Now, the big rumor is that the brand split is coming back, and I don't know how to feel about this, because I'm not saying it could be a horrible idea or anything, but just think about it. We have so many guys injured. I know we have a couple of NXT guys up and running, but like, look how many people are injured, you know, Cena, Orton, well, Cena's coming back, but Orton, Rollins, you know, a whole bunch of guys. And I don't think now is the right time to do a brand split. I feel like wait until later to do it. But what I think will happen, I feel like Vince will give Raw to Shane, or SmackDown to Stephanie and Triple H, or vice versa, and maybe not do a brand split, but they just run the shows and the competitors can just show up on whatever brand they want. So that's what I think is going to happen, is that Vince is like, I don't know who to pick, so you can run Raw and you can run SmackDown, or maybe Vince McMahon says neither of you can run Raw, and like brings back someone that we haven't seen in a while, maybe like a John Laurinaitis or something like that, or maybe like, could you imagine if like they hired Vince Russo or something? How crazy would that be? I really hope they don't, because Russo sucks. But yeah, that's what I think will happen. Vince will give one brand to someone and they will run that brand, but no brand split. Then we get to the main event. Roman Reigns, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, will defend against the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. I feel like these two could put on an awesome match as well. I understand Roman Reigns is hands down the most hated wrestler in the company, and he's meant to be the new face of the company. But you know, if Roman Reigns can get it done in the ring with a good opponent, he can easily have a great match with AJ Styles. I mean, AJ can put on a fucking great match with a broomstick or something. But who I feel like will win? This is very tricky. I feel like Roman Reigns will retain his title. I feel like Roman Reigns will win. Let's just say these two, they just have a killer match. They just go all at it. Roman picks up the win. You know, Roman and AJ, they shake hands. Gallows and Anderson comes in, and it looks like, you know, that AJ's gonna turn on Roman because he lost and he's upset. Instead, you know, beat up Roman. AJ's like, dude, stop it. You know, I don't want you hidden. And we all think, oh, AJ's gonna turn. But then Gallows and Anderson just beat the shit out of AJ, the stick of this stuff. And then Finn Balor shows up and and they start up the Balor Club or something like that. That's what I think will happen, but you know, we could just see Roman beats AJ, they shake hands, and that's it, you know, which we might be able to see. I'm not exactly sure, but why would the WWE turn AJ Styles heel if they do the obvious route where he joins with Gallows and Anderson and all that? I think it would be silly, because the people actually like AJ Styles. We don't want to boo AJ. He's fucking awesome. He just got here and we all love him. And then you have Roman Reigns, who no one likes. WWE, you gotta face it. I think they have realized it, but, you know, they just don't want to turn him heel because they're fucking stupid. But what I think is going to happen, Roman Reigns is going to win, and we will see some sort of a surprise happen, something involving Gallows and Anderson, and maybe Finn Balor. We're not too sure. So, yeah, this is it for my predictions. I hope you have enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like if you did. Comment down below what your prediction for Payback 2016 is. Do you think it'll be a good show? I think it will be. And if you want to see more from me, hit that subscribe button. You'll be glad you did. Twitter and Instagram is at JackoManLol31 if you want to follow me on those social media sites. Thank you so much for watching, and I am out in 3, 2, 1.